places because of you, and I think I can fairly speak on behalf of everyone in this room and all LeadDIVERSITY alumni when I say that we are so, so grateful for everything that you have done, everything you're doing, and everything you will continue to do. It is my great pleasure to present the 2012 LeadDIVERSITY Outstanding Alumni Award to Jennifer Oppel.
Thank you, Chris, for that lovely introduction. Before I left tonight, Ripley had two things to say to me. The first was, don't trip. Second one was, don't cry. I'll do my best. I want to thank the American Greetings for their ongoing support of the LeadDIVERSITY program and the Diversity Center. I want to thank Peggy Zone Fisher for her tremendous involvement and for being someone that everyone, including myself, strives to be like. I would like to thank Jessica Dagler, who isn't here tonight, but she has so much energy and dedication that if I can't be like Peggy, I'd like to be like Jessica. It's an honor and a privilege to know and work with both of you. I also want to thank my wonderful husband, Adam. When I was in the LeadDIVERSITY class of 2010, our legacy project was a perpetual calendar, 365 days of diverse topics and poems and areas in Cleveland, which we thought was an awesome idea until we sat down and figured out there were 365 days. So my poor husband, for the last 2 months, had to take over the entire household and the children while I finished the diversity calendar. And every night he would hear, just 5 more pages, just 5 more. It's an honor to be a recipient of the Outstanding LeadDIVERSITY Alumni Award. As a graduate of the 2010 class, I can say the experience has truly inspired me to be and do more, as well as adding so many wonderful people into my life. Every year, that enthusiasm and inspiration is renewed by seeing so many people at this event, and it just keeps getting bigger. I try and inspire and encourage this in my children every day by leading by example. Max Dupree, founder of Herman Miller, stated it best by saying, "We need to give each other the space to grow, to be ourselves, to exercise our diversity. We need to give others space so that we may both give and receive such beautiful things as ideas, openness, dignity, joy, healing, and inclusion." Thank you again so much for this honor.
Let's give all of our honorees a round of applause. I actually serve as the secretary to the board of the Cleveland Site Center, and I am very familiar and pleased with the work Jen did. The description of what that program has done for our clients who sought work, some of them for the very first time, is amazing. Not only do LeadDIVERSITY members change lives, but they also change us. So we're very grateful for all of our outstanding graduates of the LeadDIVERSITY program. As you know, tonight is really about the students, and we work with these students throughout the year. They're educators who deserve our gratitude for work and dedication, along with the school administrators and all of those who support these students. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to look to the staircase. I'd like to present tonight's student ambassadors. They will be coming to your tables to talk to you about their participation with the Diversity Center. We hope you enjoy speaking with them. Here they come. Let's give them a round of applause. We will be back with you for the remainder of the program after dinner. Enjoy.
This reminds me of all my Catholic school days when I heard the bell and I had to stop. I had to be quiet. So I think that's what that means. Okay. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the 2012 Humanitarian Award Dinner for the Diversity Center of Northeast Ohio. I am Peggy Zone Fisher, and I am privileged. I'm privileged, and I'm tired. I'm privileged to be the president and CEO of this phenomenal organization. It's really an honor for me. Before we begin this part of the program that everybody is here for tonight, we have something really special and different that we're going to do that we've never done before. So hopefully everybody will be patient with us and this will work. So I'm going to bring up Councilman Joe Simperman, who is going to help with this part of the program. And Councilman Simperman will explain to you what's going to happen. Thank you.
Let's give our awesome Executive Director, Peggy Zone Fisher, a round for putting this entire evening together. What an incredible room of Cleveland. Well, good evening. We were very fortunate in the past week to have received a call from a donor, and if you all look to the center of your tables, a piece of paper that looks a little bit like this, and this donor was kind enough to offer their home, their summer home, for a week, and as many people as would want to come in order to support the great work that's being done. The great work which is given to the 10,000 kids who every single year are able to benefit by this incredible work of the Diversity Center, kids like the ones who visited your table, to tell you the story of why they are so special because of your support and generosity. Well, when Peggy said this donor gave that, her brother, Councilman Zone, said, well, why don't we offer to have a meeting with Mayor Frank Jackson, who was gracious enough to also agree to that as part of this auction item, and whoever would be the winner would also be taken out to lunch by Councilman Zone and I promise you that I won't talk the entire time during lunch. We're also very fortunate because one of Cleveland's signature Italian chefs has also offered to bring a meal to your home, to cook it at your home. So this auction item is really a threefer. It's a wonderful week at a beautiful resort just an hour east of Cleveland. It's lunch with two of your favorite, most handsome council people and the best mayor of the city of Cleveland. And it's a dinner prepared by an Italian chef who will come to your home and make you delicious pasta. So we are going to begin this auction, and the sooner we get to Peggy, you want to read it?
This is a really cool house, too. It has an in-ground pool right on the lake and a hot tub.
And a hot tub. And it's got, as you can see on here, wonderful things like outdoor trails, things that you can do for enjoyment, and it can actually house quite a few people, as you can see from the picture. So we're going to begin our auction now, and the hope is that we can raise some extra dollars, that it goes directly to scholarships for the kids who are in the camps, who are the kids who came to your table, who are the kids that are the future of the city of Cleveland and the future sponsors of events like this. So if we could begin tonight's auction at $1,000. Do I see an item for $1,000? To the young lady for $1,000. Do I see $1,500? I have $1,000 over here going once. Do I see $1,500? Do I see $1,500? Oh, help me out with the wands. We have $1,500. Thank you, Mr. O'Brien. Do we have $2,000? Do we have $2,000? We have $1,500 right here in the center. We have $1,500 here in the center. Do we have $2,000 for this threefer? Do we have two? We have $2,000. You are lovely. Thank you so much, ma'am. We have $2,000 here at the right. Do we have $2,500? a week at a beautiful resort, meeting Mayor Frank Jackson, and we have $2,500 over there from the beautiful young lady who's sitting next to this guy named Terry Stewart. Terry, we love you. $2,500 here. We have $2,500 over here going once. We have $2,500 over here. Do we have $3,000? We have $2,500 here going once. We have $2,500 going twice. Remember, this is for the kids from the camps. We have $3,000. Thank you. $3,000 to that young lady over there. We have $3,000 over here. Do we have $3,500 over here? This side of the room's awfully quiet. You're very quiet. We have $30,000. We have $3,000 here on the left going once. We have $3,000 here going twice. $3,500. Thank you very much. We have $3,500. Do we have $4,000? We have $3,500 over here by Sally. Do we have $3,500? Do we have $4,000? We have $4,000. Thank you. We have $4,000. Do we have $4,500 here for this auction item of the Threefer? Do we have $4,500 here going once? We have $5,000. Do we have $5,000? We have $4,500 going twice. We want 5, please. Peggy says 5. Don't make her madder at me. Do we have $5,000? I'll pitch into you for $500. That goes to $5,000. Do we have $5,500? We have $5,000 here going once. We have $5,000 here going twice. Thank you very much. $5,000.
Wow. I don't know who got that, but this is a pretty amazing vacation place, so you're going to love it. Okay. Okay. I don't want to do this now. It was Alan Roskamp's table. Okay, there's already some argument over this vacation house. 2 people want it. So, I know, and Joe just stepped out. So, both of you see me afterwards and we'll work something out. Okay, I'm going to start the program now. So I know that was exciting, but if I could just have your attention. I am grateful to each of you tonight that you have made the choice to come here to honor Sister Judith Ann Karam, Chuck Fowler, and Bill Conway. I am grateful to each of you that you have also made the choice to come here to support the Diversity Center and the work that we do in 9 counties, and we are so grateful of that. I want to begin by thanking Cheryl King-Benford, our board chair. Cheryl's in her last term as chair, and she has led this organization with a positive attitude, and I'm very, very grateful for her leadership, support, guidance, and at times, really during some difficult times, most of all for her friendship. Thank you, Cheryl. I am forever a fan of yours. I also want to give a huge special thanks to our fabulous dinner co-chairs, Orlando Alvarez and Steve O'Brien. Under their expert direction of our past dinner chair, Tom Adler, what they accomplished is impressive, to say the least. I mean, just look around this room this evening. We're all so grateful, and I love working with both of you. Thank you. I want to thank our board of directors. We have an enormously talented and diverse board. Each of you have chosen to dedicate a significant portion of your valuable time to our mission and our work, and I am very grateful to each of you. You are our heroes. Our staff is the core of our work, and I thank each of you for your extraordinary skill, compassion, support, and hard work every day. It is a privilege for me to work with each of you every day. And I especially want to thank Sharon Smelzer, who is our development director, and her incredible team, Lynn Krause, Marcy Curtis, and Katie Adams, for seeing to every detail of this evening's program. I also would like to recognize somebody, a new face, but maybe not so new anymore in our community, Russ Mitchell from WKYC TV3. Thank you, Russ. Russ has been, well, WKYC has been our Walk, Rock, and Run media sponsor since 2007, and Russ's very first official event when he moved to Cleveland was as our Grand Marshal to our walk last May. He didn't hesitate. He said, I want to do this. This is important. And also I want to thank and welcome Medical Mutual, who is also our partner sponsor and corporate sponsor of the walk, and together you're a great team, and I really appreciate all that you've done. And please join me in recognizing another Diversity Center board director, Terry Stewart, and his incredible 14-year tenure as president and CEO of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum. Through Terry's leadership, we have been able to host our annual walk for the past 10 years from the beginning, and always at the Rock Hall. And we are so grateful to you, Terry, and thrilled that you and Sally are not leaving our community. We need you here, and we expect really great things from you in the future. I also want to thank, of course, the many students that are here tonight, and, of course, our 3 honorees, outstanding leaders. But our students are the underlying reason that we are here and that we have been here every year since 1947. Well, I haven't been, but I wasn't even born then. Ooh, that feels good to say that. Okay. Our students honor us tonight. They are our heroes. And to all of you, our clients, our stakeholders, our partners, our friends, our supporters, thank you for being the foundation of our past, present, and future success. Your generous support, particularly during these very challenging economic times, are especially valued and never taken for granted. Now, I don't know if any of you have time to go to the movies. I don't get out very often to go unless it's on Netflix. But my husband and I saw, just a few weeks ago, Lincoln. And I thought a lot about what I saw and heard at this movie. And if you saw it, one of the most moving scenes in this Steven Spielberg movie was the quiet recitation by some soldiers of the Gettysburg Address as they stood in awe before President Lincoln himself. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. It is for us, the living, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. The reason the Diversity Center exists 149 years later is our sober recognition that our work remains unfinished, but our country looks very different than it did in Lincoln's America in 1863. The recent presidential election reminded us that America is becoming increasingly diverse in every sense of the word. And that means how we think, how we learn, how we communicate, and whether we grow and prosper will be determined by one thing more than any other: our ability to understand and respect each other. A nation in which we seek first to understand, then to be understood. Tonight, 79 years after the Gettysburg Address, our mothers and fathers have brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and diversity, dedicated to the proposition that all men and women are created equal, and that Abraham Lincoln's unfinished business is creating a society in which bias, bigotry, and racism are fought through education and advocacy, where all can participate and prosper, and where all can be respected and valued. Tonight, we honor 3 extraordinary leaders, Sister Judith Ann Karam, Chuck Fowler, and Bill Conway, for their efforts in nobly advancing the unfinished work of making our community a more just, fair, and inclusive place to raise our children and to build our lives. Thank you for letting me share that little bit from Lincoln. Now I would like to introduce Judith Barnes Lancaster. Judith is an attorney, chairman of the board of the directors of Mercy Medical Center, who will introduce tonight's first honoree. Law is a second career for Judith. Prior to becoming an attorney, she had an extensive and diverse career in healthcare in both the private, nonprofit hospital setting and the for-profit corporate setting. She has owned her own clinical laboratory, and she established a tissue bank for the transplantation of human bone. Judith began to work closely with Sister Judith Ann in her role as chairman of the board of directors for Mercy Medical Center in Canton. But first, I'd like to call your attention to the video screens for just a moment. Thank you. When I think of Sister Judith, there's not a person who exemplifies this award more than she does. They are there, they are really doing God's work.
The Sisters of Charity Health System consists of 5 acute care hospitals. We also have 4 grant-making foundations that are dedicated to the materially poor and systemic change. We have elder care facilities, skilled nursing, and also assisted living. We also have community outreach ministries. We're not just about physical healing, we're about psychological, emotional, social, and spiritual healing. Our hospitals are focused on providing the highest quality of care and doing so in a holistic manner. We have developed programs that increase access to health care in a very deliberate way because we believe that health care is a basic right. Diversity and